Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, family. You already know what time it is. Gang, we in this thing. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button to be a part of the crew. Smash that like button to see what it do, y'all. Okay, so let's get into this reading for you. First, we're going to start off like how we usually do. We're going to do the transits, and after that, we're going to get into your reading, okay? So let's break it down so that y'all can understand the astrology as to what's going on for today. It's August 3rd, all right? So let's get into it. So we have the sun in Leo still, but the moon has transitioned over to Gemini. So remember yesterday or the day before, it was in Taurus. So now it's transitioned over to Gemini. All right, so we got the moon and Gemini forming a trine with Saturn and Aquarius, okay? So you might find yourself wanting to talk business to your friends. You might find yourself sitting back thinking about how or what goals are important to you. All right, you might hop into a business partnership or relationship during this time. You might also find yourself only wanting to hang with people that you see as successful, okay? So this is us kind of like buckling down whenever it comes to our relationships and things as well, and seeing what friendships work and which ones don't. You know, you might even sit back and think logically like, okay, every time I hang with these group of friends, I'm always getting in trouble. I'll never do anything. I'll never accomplish anything, as opposed to whenever I'm by myself or whenever I hang with this specific person, okay? So you might be looking at your friendships a little bit closely and scrutinizing some of them and seeing who it is that you really mesh with and who it is that you don't. All right. Also, we have the sun in Leo forming a sextile with the moon in Gemini. Okay. So anytime we have a sextile, this is two energies working together in terms of the planets. So this is basically with the sun, we could look at the sun as being masculine energy in terms of like males. And then at the moon, with it being in Gemini, we could look at it as feminine in terms of females. So the relationship between man and women is going to be a little bit better during this time. Okay. Because remember, last time we had the sun in Leo opposing Saturn and Aquarius. Okay. So things were a little bit difficult in terms of establishing connections or relationships. Okay. So the relationship between man and female is going to improve or be a little bit better. So it might be a little bit easier for you to get along with your boyfriend or girlfriend during this time. All right. Less disagreements and arguments, okay? Because we're going to use the feminine and the masculine energy in order for us to achieve balance. We might think more about our actions and how we're perceived from the opposite sex. So it's going to give us that equilibrium type energy during this time whenever it comes to dealing with the opposite sex. All right, so also we have Venus and Virgo forming a trine with Uranus and Taurus, okay? So what this means is that we might want to feel like we want to change our relationship status. So if you're single, you're going to be feeling like you want to get into a relationship. If you're already in one, you might be anxious to push your relationship to the next level or push it forward, okay? So Venus and Virgo, this is us wanting to make sense of our relationships, and what might make sense to us is trying to take our relationship to the next level or doing something in terms of making it better. All right, so it's also going to be easier for the other person to be an agreeable energy if you guys are sharing the same relationship goals, okay? So this is going to be going on for like the next 2 days. We're going to have this good energy to where it's going to be a little bit easier to get along. All right, so we also have the moon in Gemini forming a sextile with Mercury and Leo, okay? So this is also energy of you being able to effectively communicate your feelings without you coming across as too aggressive, okay? So that's why we got men and female being able to get along with each other. So we also have what is it? You'll also be able to understand the fire signs a little bit more, okay? So all the fire signs not going to come across as too fiery. We'll be able to understand what it is that they're trying to do, their actions, and how they're trying to communicate. We're also going to be more mindful of people's feelings and how they may react to what we have to say. So remember, it was like the other day or two, we had the sun in Leo opposing Aquarius and Saturn, all right, or opposing Saturn and Aquarius. So during that time, we felt like, it was one of those things. You might have felt like you wanted to fight. You might have had instances to where you cussed people out. You might have cussed out your grandma. You might have cussed out your baby mom, your baby dad. But now during this time, is where you're going to be feeling like resolving things, rectifying things, and making things better. All right. Also, we got the moon in Gemini square Venus and Virgo, okay? So we might feel unsatisfied whenever it comes to love. You might also step outside your comfort zone. If you're somebody that's very shy, you're going to see yourself wanting to step outside your comfort zone and pursue love a little bit more. Also, you might be in that energy to where you don't want to be in your personal space, okay? You want to kind of interact and mix and mingle whenever it comes to relationships. You also might be in that energy of why the fuck do my relationships never work, okay? So you might be putting a lot of thought into your relationships and how you can manifest somebody in your life. All right. And then Where's the other one? So we also have Mercury and Leo square Uranus and Taurus. Okay, so this is going to be difficulties in terms of us communicating practically. So we might come across as irrational or chaotic to our loved ones. Also, if you're somebody that has changed things about yourself, so that way the person that you love might see you in a different light. During this time, you might become a little bit disgruntled if this person doesn't recognize the changes that you made. So, like for my fellas, say for instance that you did something bad in the relationship, and now you're doing something moving forward to try and make the relationship better and try and make this person forgive you. You're gonna be real frustrated if she don't forgive you. And you might be in that energy to where you can be ready to cuss her ass out and be like, "Bitch, don't you see how much I love you? You see that I done did this for you, I done changed and blah blah blah. Why the fuck aren't you acknowledging how I changed? Why the fuck aren't you forgiving me?" Okay, so try not to be too much in that energy. All right, so let's get into this reading. Let's break it down for you guys. All right, so let me get the cards shuffled up and let's do a reading for my Leos and see what the energy is like, what advice I can give you guys for today. Okay, so let's get into it, Leos. First, we do have the door to spirit letting us know that you are going to be forming a deep connection. All right, you're feeling very connected to spirit, and then also at the same time you're feeling, it's like you're feeling deeply connected to like the spirit realm. So you might be the type to where right now during this time you might be really looking into spirituality. Right now you might be heavily connected to spirituality and finding yourself and figuring out who it is that you are. Okay, dedicating your time and energy to your spiritual path, to your path in life where you see yourself. Okay, and then we also have the Thinking Women card. So Leos, this lets us know, just like I said, with that energy with the sun in Leo, sextile in the moon in Gemini, this is us putting a lot of thoughts between our relationships between men and female. So if, like I said, don't matter if you're a male or a female, now is the time to where you're going to be trying to resolve things, not trying to argue with the opposite sex, and trying to get along more. All right, and there's also, if you are not in a relationship, if you are single, Leos, with the Thinking Woman card, this is letting us know that you might be thinking a little bit more in terms of females. If you're a male, females, you might be in that time to where you're thinking about being more caring or more nurturing towards your partner. All right, or towards somebody. If you are single, you might want to sit back and give somebody that care, give somebody that love, you know what I'm saying? Put more thought and energy into a relationship. All right, so we do have hostilities. This is in reverse. All right, so Leos, let me know that right now it's at times where y'all gonna be chilling. You trying to avoid any arguments or disagreements. You're not trying to be in that energy of having to fight all the time or having to explain, you know, why it is that you said fuck so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is, Leos, okay? Y'all be real spicy sometimes, and y'all sit back and y'all will pop off, and then it's like y'all done caused a whole bunch of drama. But so right now, Leo's trying to avoid any and all drama, okay? So this is why we see them chilling, you know what I'm saying, focusing on their life path, focusing on what they doing. All right, and then we do have first chakra Archangel Michael. This is in reverse, letting us know that there is some stability here, okay? So this is more geared towards like your relationships, especially whenever I said with the Thinking Woman card, Leo, you have somebody that's on your mind. You might have a certain relationship on your mind, okay? But things aren't stable there whenever it comes to your love life, all right? That's where y'all are lacking that. And then we do have fifth chakra Archangel Gabriel. This is in reverse, okay? Letting us know that, Leo, now's the trying time to where you've experienced a lot of dishonesty and people crossing you in relationships. So you had like a lot of relationships to where they wasn't faithful, they wasn't loyal. You had a lot of relationships to where you just had to deal with lying in general. You know what I'm saying? It could have been lies about stupid shit, which in turn leads to you having like a lot of not regrets, what's the word? A lot of hesitations whenever it comes to even forming a relationship or even trying to get stable with somebody, okay? Lots of trust issues here, basically. All right, lots of trust issues. And then we do have the contract card. This is in reverse, Leo, letting us know that this is a time to where you're kind of like all over the place. It's like one of those things to where it's difficult for you to really sit back and get engaged or sit back and spend the time and energy into a serious relationship. So like I said, lots of hesitations and trust issues that causes you, whenever it comes down to it, to have commitment issues sometimes. All right. And then we do have the storm warning. This is in reverse, letting us know, just like I said, trying to avoid any and all situations that have to deal with negative energy. Okay, Leo, right now, your main focus is on trying to make sure that you are in positive energy, that you're surrounding yourself with positive individuals, and at the same time, you don't have a whole bunch of drama in your life. All right, and then last but not least, we do have Angel of Strength. This is definitely symbolic for my Leos, letting us know that now's the time to where you are very strong. You are radiating, okay? And you might also see a lot of people trying to might come to you in terms of looking for strength, okay? So you might be the type to where you give other people advice. You might be the type to where during this time, you think more, or you're more considerate about giving other people strength in terms of their relationships or in terms of whatever situation that they're dealing with, okay? And then also you might have a lot of people that rely on you as well with the angel of strength. So it's like people look up to you. So you have like a certain position or something that you have to fulfill on a daily. All right. So hopefully this helps y'all out for today. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.